This is coming from our math class of Mrs. Lovelace's 7th grade, from a small town in the States called Ramsey, home of the Ramsey Rams.
Right now, our math class is working on a chapter about geometry, and we're going to revise the school's garden area in front of our small school.
Just last Friday, the group went out to get measurements of the garden after we watched our teacher and a few classmates jump around the garden to avoid stepping on plants.
I took the pictures. I held the tape in.
I held the number part of the tape measure. It was fun winding it back up.
We measured one length.
We measured one width.
Then we measured the circumference of the tree.
Our teacher then showed us how to use graph paper and a scale to put our design on paper. On our graph paper, each square measured 1/4 of an inch, so we'll say that the scale is 1/4 inch for every 1 foot in the flower garden.
We made the rectangle, then we put the tree where it was located proportionally in the garden.
Next, we measured to where the existing flowers were and used our scale to put them on a drawing.
Then we went back to the classroom.
Now we are going to figure out the perimeter and area of our flower garden.
The perimeter is 97. We got that by adding all of the sides together, which were 20 feet by 28 feet, 5 inches. What do we need to know perimeter for?
We need that in case we put any fence or rocks around our flower bed.
The area is 570. We got that by multiplying the sides.
What do we need to know the area for?
For figuring how much mulch we will need to add.
We measured how far around the tree is in the flower garden. This is called the circumference, which was 3 feet 6 inches. How did you figure that?
I took the tape measure and wrapped the tree in it. Next, we asked how to figure the area from this. Is that difficult?
Nope, it's as easy as pie. Since we have the circumference, we will work backwards and take the circumference divided by 3.14. This will be the diameter of the tree. Then we will divide that by 2, and this is the radius. Then we will square that and times by 3.14.
Why do we need to know the area of the tree?
So we can subtract that amount from the total area of the flower bed area.
So now that we know all of this, what can we do with it? Now that we have our drawing, the garden area minus the tree and the perimeter, we are ready to redesign and pick out some items.
We'll need to go through some landscaping books and some flower books for ideas.
Miss Lovelace, let's pick out flowers that will attract birds and butterflies.
Like this.
Yeah, what kind of flowers are there?
Aster, Posis, Lobelia, Phlox, Salvia, Sedum, Verbena, and some others I can't pronounce. Miss Lovelace, the drawing is so small as we pick the things out.
So Miss Lovelace helped us create a poster-sized drawing. This one had 1 inch, 1 foot. This one we used markers and made it look colorful.
Wow, I can see it good now.
Where will the shade be? Where will sun be? That makes a difference on sunflowers.
Can we put a small fence around it?
Miss Lovelace helped figure out where there would be shade and where sun. Now we shop.
I think this place would be a good place to shop for all we need.
Or here.
Miss Lovelace, here's a list of flower choices. They are perennials, which mean they will come up every year on their own.
In this hard economy, Miss Lovelace went shopping and picked out some things for our redesign.
We had to go and clean out the existing weeds and rake out the old leaves. And then we got ready to plant.
Here we are planting on our new flowers.
We decided to add a very heavy ceramic pot and put different flowers in every year.
Those are called annuals.
Next was the mulch.
We had to spread it out and between the plants.
And this is Mrs. Lovelace, and that's our landscaping project for 7th grade. That's how we used math with landscaping.